It's expensive. Its styling is questionable at best. It's the first hybridized M vehicle. The price is wild, and it's very heavy. Yet all the reviews pouring in on the 2023 BMW XM reveal a vehicle with prodigious power, M-brand attention to performance details, and a comfortably luxurious cabin space. Is this a game-changing moment for the brand? Let's learn a bit more about the XM. The BMW XM is fully a product of the M tuning division of the family. So it's an SUV that's designed to do surprisingly wonderful things on a curvy road. In order for that to happen, of course, there needs to be serious engineering going on under the skin. That's how you end up with an electrified SUV featuring a rear-biased all-wheel drive system, a limited slip differential, adaptive dampers, active anti-roll bars, and rear axle steering. These are the magic makers required to get a modern, hefty thing like the XM to drive as if it were lighter and tighter. After all, the XM weighs north of 6,000 pounds. It is a mega-nostriled behemoth of a vehicle, yet word on the street is that it dances rather divinely. To move that heft, you need power, and the XM has it. Under the hood sits a 4.4-liter twin turbocharged V8 engine. On its own, the gas engine is good for 483 horsepower. Now, pair that with the 29.5 kilowatt-hour battery pack and the 194 horsepower and 207 pound-foot of torque from the electric motor located between the engine and the 8-speed gearbox, and you have an XM cranking out 644 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. What's even crazier is that there's a crazier version of the XM coming. It's called the Label Red, and it jumps the output up to 735 horsepower and 735 pound-feet of torque. And BMW is going to race one at the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb this year. The Label Red will be a limited edition model with a starting price of, deep breath for this one, $186,000. Don't start to think that the standard XM is an affordable machine though either. The starting price on that one is $160,000. But remember that this is a flagship vehicle for the brand, so it's bound to be spendy, fancy, and quick. And we've covered 2 out of 3 of those, so let's talk about the fancy. On the inside, the XM is pretty awesome. There's available aged leather. You can have fiber optic lighting paired with an Alcantara headliner. Ahead of the driver is a pair of large screens placed under a singular piece of glass for a smooth look. And the available Bowers & Wilkins surround sound audio system should pump out the tunes rather nicely. In the rear seats, you'll find that the material spreads from the thrones to the doors, and it creates a cozy vibe that BMW calls the M Lounge. It looks like the inside of this thing is a great place to spend time, which is good because you don't need to see the outside of it from in the confines of the M Lounge. So what does electrification bring to the table? BMW says you can expect around 30 miles of pure EV driving, and that electric motor fills in any torque gaps from the V8, which means off-the-line acceleration is going to be excellent. BMW says this chonker will go from 0 to 60 in just 4.1 seconds, and you can use that fully electric mode all the way up to 87 miles per hour, so highways will be no problem. All jokes about the looks aside, the 2023 BMW XM sounds like a heck of a feat of engineering. That interior space looks pretty awesome, and the curvy road performance seems insane for what this thing is. Then you add in the usability of the EV side of it, and the XM sounds like a pretty awesome daily driver for those with a heck of a lot of cash burning holes in their needlessly fancy jeans. And remember, the even crazier Label Red is still to come.